On Thursday, the 30th of April, you're watching EWTN News Nightly. I'm Brian Patrick. We're in historic St. Peter Claver Church in Sandtown, Winchester, a neighborhood of Baltimore, not very far from where Freddie Gray was arrested. There's been a lot of tension here, and we are blessed to have a great panel of interfaith leaders from the Baltimore area. We thank you all for coming, and I just want to ask each of you, what can we do as a people of faith to address these underlying issues, the tensions that have boiled over recently here in Baltimore and in other cities?
Brian, I think the key word there is underlying issues. We can help to make sure that we address the root causes, not just the symptoms of what we have seen in Baltimore this past week. As people of faith, I think we can partner with others, government, nonprofit sector, to help with unemployment, affordable housing, and all the other things that lead us to this place. But then I think as people of faith, we are uniquely qualified to help have the conversation on race and on racial relations that this country has so desperately tried to avoid and so desperately needs.
I think that we can follow in the footsteps of our shared prophets and speak out against injustice in our communities, speak out for equality in our communities as faith communities. But along with that, we also have to live as religious and moral exemplars, showing by our actions how to live in peace and harmony with one another, so that Baltimore can take the lead from us.
I think one of the real tragedies that might result or could possibly result from this situation is that when things calm down, when all the police barricades are down, we return to business as usual. That, in my mind, would be a real tragedy. This is a moment to awaken everyone to the situation. I feel, especially like within our Archdiocese, it's good for everyone, the folks out west, mid-Maryland, all over, to really take an active part in coming together as faith communities to really right this situation that we're in right now.
And so it's a significant teaching moment for congregations across the country to provide practical opportunities for applying faith. Faith without works is dead, whether it's at the conversational level to understand the issues, partnering together to address some of the issues, or just thinking deeply about what is God saying to me about this moment and where do I get involved. That's a significant teachable moment that we ought not lose.
Bishop Sutton?
The rabbi mentioned our shared prophets, and what I'm thinking of right now is Micah. And that great question, what does the Lord require of you? And Micah said to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly before God. And I think those three things right there are three things that I think faith leaders can really demonstrate for our people and to encourage people to do justice. And justice is called for in this case. What is justice for Freddie Gray's family and justice for the dozens of others? And then the prophet said, love mercy. And of course, that's a heart thing. And we, as people of faith, know about loving kindness, mercy coming from our heart, and then walking humbly before God. Literally, I think we need to be walking our neighborhoods. And I'm encouraging our pastors, walk humbly in our neighborhoods.
Is part of the problem that we become such a godless society that we've lost track of God's mercy, and how can we be merciful if we're not in tune with that?
I don't think this is a godless society. God is very much in this society. We have forgotten. And it's our job as faith leaders to do it, to remind people, God has not left the scene.
If we were mindful of God's great love and mercy for us, if we really felt that and know what that meant, then we would be impelled, we'd be driven to be merciful to each other. We would not allow people to live in these substandard conditions that they live in today. It would be something that we just could not tolerate if we really felt God's mercy and then let that mercy extend to our communities.
I get the sense that something good can come out of this. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. Judaism believes that the gates of redemption are always open. And so the message for us is that it's never too late. Regardless of our history, regardless of how it's always been done, it's never too late to make it better. And now is the time to make it better.
If something good does not come out of this, it is going to be the clearest testament against the works of faith communities across this country that we have squandered an opportunity to be practical demonstrators of God's love in the world in times of crisis. Something must come out of this that is good for people to know that God still loves them.
I think the eyes of the world are on Baltimore right now. And I think we should deal with the issues that we have to deal with now. in an exemplary way that can help other communities. It shouldn't be Baltimore this week and another city next week and so on. I think that we should lead there as well. That what we do here is very important for our community and for the wider community of our nation.